Hello guys, let me introduce about myself. I am Koti. I have 12 years of experience into data science and Python or SAS language. Over the 12 years, I majorly worked into data science for different domains, banking and telecom domain. I am the instructor for data science course. Today, we are going to start about Python language. So I would request all of you what I'll explain to in this session. I'll explain what is going to cover in Python, what is a programming language, and history of Python, and what are the different versions which are available in Python language, how to perform data analysis in Python. I will explain in this session. Okay, slowly we can learn. So let me put up a one question. Someone, hey, someone ask you, hey, you from tomorrow, let's say you got a job as a fresher. You got a job as a fresher. Let's say you got a job as a fresher in, let's say in IBM. So they told you, HR told you, tomorrow onwards, you need to work on programming language. Tomorrow onwards, you need to work on programming language. What comes to your mind? How do you feel? How do you feel? Let's say you got a job as a fresher, package is 7 lakhs. You just passed out from college. They told you, hey, Mr. Arshivardhan, congratulations joining for IBM. Please onboard the and complete the formalities. Tomorrow onwards, you are going to work with particular programming language. How do you feel? How do you feel? Come on. How do you feel? Yeah, you feel like that. Yeah, I don't know programming
If
language.
we are not aware about that language.
You felt that, yeah, I never heard about programming language. I am not comfort yet programming language. What should I know? What should I do now? Do I need to quit the job, or do I need to learn the job, or do I need to learn and work? So people have a perception that programming language is really difficult. Most of the people have perception that programming is really difficult. Sir, I used to get a lot of calls in KSR because I'm also part of the KSR. I used to get a lot of calls. Sir, I want non-IT course. Why don't you want to join? I mean, programming language. Sir, programming language is really difficult. I don't know. Guys, trust me. Programming language is really, really easy. If you know the logic, if you know the concept, if you know the flow, then compared to any other thing in the world, programming language is very, very easy. Now, next 45 days in Python, I will explain you all of you how to learn the logic, how to understand the flow, how to write a code. Okay, right? So now we are talking about the programming language, What comes into your mind? First question. What comes into your mind? First question.
Coding.
Code. What comes, sir? Programming language. Sir, what do you mean by programming language? What do you mean by programming language? So, programming language. For example, now let me ask a question. Arshvardhan, which language do you know? Or Gauri, which language do you know?
Actually, I'm not IT. I don't know any languages.
Okay, I mean general language. Which language you are comfortable? Telugu, English, Hindi?
Yeah, Telugu, English.
Telugu. What if I
Comfort.
speak you in Malayalam? Will you able to understand?
No, I can't.
What if I speak in Spanish? Will you able to understand?
No, no, no.
Definitely no. Similarly, the person who don't know Telugu, what if I'm speaking Telugu? Will you able to understand? Definitely no. So in order to communicate between two people must have known as the common language. Now, as I'm communicating to all of you, be it a Gauri, be it a Harshavardhan, be it a Mahesh, be it a Srinivas, be it a Rakesh, be it a Brahmanaidu, I'm communicating to all of you. How do I'm communicating to all of you? How I'm communicating to now? In English language. Agree? In English language,
Yes.
right? So as everyone can able to understand the English language, so that we are understanding the language, you are understanding the class. Similarly, if you want to write a program or if you want to write a code, computer also need to understand some language, right? Yes, computer also need to understand some language, right? That
Yes.
language is called as programming language. That language is called as the programming language. So the programming language will help us to control and communicating the technology or communicating the computers. Now, from last few days, you might have heard about Chat GPT. Everyone, most of them hearing about the Chat GPT. How Chat GPT can able to understand? For example, let me open the Chat GPT. For example, let me open Chat GPT. Let's say Chat GPT. Chat GPT. So this is the open Chat GPT. Now it is asking us, okay, try Chat GPT. For example, try Chat GPT. Was example. Something error. Maybe it is maybe server down. Now, how do you communicate to Chat GPT? You are right or you are typing some text. For example, let's say I'm typing which is best place, which is best place in in Bangalore. For example, in Bangalore. Let's say which are the best, what are the best places? This is given. So now here Google. Now what we're typing in the Google, which is the best places in Bangalore. Does computer can able to understand? Definitely no. Background server, how does it work? We'll discuss now. Okay, how does it work? Let's discuss now. So similar, let's say. So now how do you communicate? Now we type this some text. So Google automatically can able to understand the English language. So it is giving the some results. Similarly, whenever you are talking to any language or computer, you can able to talk only computer understand language. Or you want to run, for example, 2 plus 3. What is answer? 2 plus 3. What is answer?
5.
How do you know? Because as a human, you can able to understand the math. Suppose, hey, computer, can you tell me what is the answer 2 plus 3? Will able to answer? Definitely no. We need to inform to computer or we need to inform to computer in a language where computer can able to understand. Where computer can able to understand. Similarly, for example, I have a kid, 2 years kid. I'm speaking English. I'm from Telugu guy. I'm speaking English. Hey, my dear son, now we are going to USA where you can study, where you can watch a lot of movies and all. We can go with a lot of places. Will you able to understand? Will he or she able to understand? Even let's say the same thing you speaking to your father who are illiterate, they can able to understand? Definitely no. You need to communicate in a language where they can able to understand. You want to control or you want to pass instructions or you want to give a instruction or you want to perform a particular task, particular program. You need to tell to the computer, execute this, run this, do that. So you're giving instruction computer, based on your instructions, it will work. Hey computer, can you execute how to check 2 plus 3 value? What is the value of 2 plus 3? Does computer able to give the answer? Definitely no. You need to inform or you need to tell to computer where computer can able to understand. For example, let me ask an example. Now, what is the average age of this batch? What is the average age of all the students in this batch? 20 plus?
21. Yes.
20 plus, Sahasra? 20 plus? 21? Let's say
Yes,
21.
sir.
Now you are, let's say you came from college or you came from office to home. You are too hungry. Your mom is watching serials. Your mom is watching serials, be it Hindi serial, Telugu serial, English serial. So now you said that, hey, go and fresh up. Now you're hungry. Does your mom know that you're hungry? Does your mom know that you're hungry? No. What you have to do? You have to inform or you have to ask her. Mother, hey mom, I am hungry. I am hungry. Now I need food. I need food. Then only she can able. Let's say, let's say, for example, you went to hospital. You are suffering from fever. Let's say you're suffering from fever. You went to hospital. A doctor, you reach out doctor. Doctor, I'm not feeling well. Give me medicine. What will happen? What will happen? He or she cannot able to understand. Will they able to understand, doctor? Yes or no, guys? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's say you went to hospital. You're suffering from fever and all. You're suffering from fever. Let's say some chest pain because of gastric and all. You went to hospital, doctor. You took appointment. You went to the doctor. Sir, doctor, sir, I'm not feeling well. Give me medicine. Will you able to give the medicine?
No.
Definitely no. What you have to tell to doctor? You need to
Exact
tell.
problem.
You need to tell to doctor exact problem, right? Let me tell you one example. You, let's say you have some revenge with some of your friend, enemy and all. You murdered him by neck, or by you shooted him with gun. You went to lawyer. Sir, lawyer, sir, please save me. I did some murder. Do you need to tell how you've done? Or I did murder, please save me, will you able to save? You need to tell the process. You need to tell how you've done, right? You might have seen many number of movies. So when you go to
Yes.
doctor or when you go to lawyer, you need to tell the truth. So the truth also you need to explain the way they can understand. If you are not able to explain, they can able to understand. Will they able to solve your problem? Definitely no. So, so what happened? Similarly, you need to work or you need to write a code or you need to tell to computer where the language computer can able to understand. If computer can able to understand, then computer can able to perform your task. Do you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes,
That
yes,
that
sir.
language is called as programming language. Generally, programming languages are three different types. How many types, guys? Three different types. What are the three different programming languages? Low level programming language, assemble language, high level language. What are the three different level languages? Low level language, assemble language, high level language. Low level. Low level means where missions only or missions can able to understand the language. Guys, trust me, missions cannot able to understand English. Missions cannot able to understand text. Missions cannot able to understand image. Missions cannot able to understand PDFs. Mission cannot able to understand image, cannot able to understand audio, video, nothing. Nothing. Only mission can able to understand only one language, that is called as mission language, that is always denoted with zeros and ones. Missions can able to understand only one language, that is called as binary language. Always binary language which is in the form of zeros and ones. So zeros and ones. Let me explain one example to all of you. Let's say I have an image. I have an image. I have a image. Maybe let's say it is a cat. Let's say cat, something like cat. Okay, something like. So I have a lot of images cat. A lot of images cat. Like, okay, imagine it is a cat. I'm weak in the diagram. So you build a machine learning algorithm. You build some ML model. Sir, what is ML model? We'll discuss later. Okay, so model. You're fitting the model. So you're just passing this as input. Output tells that whether it is a cat or not cat or non-cat. But here in the background, ML algorithm also don't understand image. You need to convert the images into zeros and ones. You need to convert the images into zeros and ones. Am I right? So be it a text document, be it anything. So the AI models, AI things, all these things, ultimately at the end, it need to be converted into zeros and ones. Be it a Java language, be it a C language, be it a C++, be it a Python language, be it a .NET. At the end, while executing, it will convert into zeros and ones. Then only computer can able to execute. Now, do you understand? If I ask you low level language, what do you mean by low level language? Low level language means where missions can able to understand the language. Mission can able to understand which language mission can able to understand? Zeros and ones. Zeros and only binary language. It understand. It won't understand 2. It won't understand 3. So it won't understand 2. It won't understand 3. For example, let's say, let me ask you one example. Okay, let me understand. Okay, we'll discuss later about this. Okay, let's say we'll understand later about this. What is the binary language, how it works, and all we'll discuss. Okay, next one, assemble language. The language which we use in semiconductor chips, like in mobile phone, you have a chips, right? In your laptop, you have a chips, right? Everywhere we have chips. The language which we use in chips, or in your laptop, you have a motherboards, right? The language which are used for motherboards, working motherboards, laptop, and all, that language is called as the assemble language. Simple to say, in hardware products, be it a laptop, be it a mobile, semiconductor, electronic chips, TVs, and all, we can use the language assembled language. So next to language is the high level language. So high level language is where we can write the code like humans. For example, let me ask a question. If I ask you 110000, what does it mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? What is the value of this? What is the value of this?
It's 1 crore 11 lakhs
No, yaar.
10,000.
No. Wait. Guys, listen carefully. Interesting. I'll explain to all of you. So 10. What is the value? What is the value? 10. Wait. 10. Agree. 10. Does 10 mission can able to understand 10? No. What? How mission assumes that it is a 10? What is the value in terms of mission perspective?
2 power 0, 2 power 1.
Huh? What is the mission value?
2 power 0, 2 power 1. 3.
3. Simple. How binary means it will take the value like this. Binary 2 to the power of 0 into 0 plus 1 into 2 to the power of 1. Second value. This is the first value. This is the second value. 0 starting with the. So sorry. 2 power 1, guys. My bad. Sorry. My bad. 1 second. My bad. Sorry, my bad. 1 second. Sorry. 10, if I take, first value is 1. Position 1. This is second position. 2 power 1. Binary means 2. 2 to the power of 1. Because first position. Into what is the actual value? 0. Plus, this is second position, right? 2 to the power of 2 into 1. So the value will be 2 into 0, 0. 2 is the 4 into 1. So the value is 4. Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Suppose if I ask you.
What you said was correct, sir.
Sorry?
First, whatever you said was correct. 2 raised to 0 into 0 plus 2 raised to 1 into 1.
I think it is not correct. Earlier was correct.
Earlier, what you said was correct, sir.
Correct. Okay.
Yeah.
So 2 to the power of 0 into 0 plus 2 to the power 1 to 1. So 0
Yes.
plus 2 is nothing but 2. Okay. Sir, if you want doubt about that, 10 binary value number into decimals. So the binary 0, 2. See here. 2, right? Can you see here, everyone? Can you calculate now? 1010? 1010? 1010 is the 0 position, first position, 2 third. So 2 to the power of 0 into 0, 2 to the power of 1 into 1, 2 to the power of 2 into 0, plus 2 to the power of 3 into 1. So 0 plus 2 plus 0 plus 8, which is going to be 10. Right? For number 10, decimal value 10 will be as a binary format 1010. Agree? Agree, guys? Everyone agree with me? Guys, if I ask you just for 10, it is a 1010. If my value is 1000, my decimal value is 1000. If I want to convert binary, as a human will be able to do manually. As a human, if it's my 1000 value, 1000 system cannot able to understand, computer cannot able to understand. As we know that computer can able to understand only binary language. If I want to convert 1000 into binary language, how do you convert? If I want to convert 1000 to binary, how do you convert? So then manually we cannot able to does. Manually we cannot able, system only can able to understand. So binary language, of course we can able to do. I'm not saying we cannot deny, we can able to do. It will take a lot of time, right? So it is really difficult to understand the system language. Though we have written the high level programming language, computers automatically convert the program into low level language. The process of converting the high level into low level is called as kernel. What do we call? Kernel. What do you mean by kernel? The process of converting high level language into high level programming language to low level programming language. The process called as the kernel. Do you agree with me, guys? Everyone? Ajay Babu? Yes or no? So now, Kavya Rao, are you able to follow me? Vinith?
Yes.
Vinay? Okay, perfect. Shashikala? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now you understand, everyone understand what do you mean by high level programming language? What is assembled programming language? High level. So high level programming language, user means like us, we can able to read the code, we can write the code. It is exactly look like as a English language. So in high level language, it is very easy. Like us, we can easily understand, we can easily write the code of the given data. Now, any questions, any doubt? Any questions, any doubt? Okay, perfect. Now, no doubt, any doubt? So now, okay, programming language. Now we understand what is the meaning of programming. But which programming language are we talking about? Which
Python.
programming language are we talking about? Python. Now we are talking about the Python. Let me explain you all of about Python. Let me explain you all of about Python. So generally Python is a programming language. As people knew that Python is a snake. Everyone thinks about Python is a snake. As you like see the image. Guys, it is not the snake. The Python was inspired from as an English TV serial. There is an English TV serial as called as Monty Python TV serial. It is a kind of game, or it is a kind of TV serial, or it is a kind of program. Okay, Montessori Python. From there, he is inspired and has taken it. Okay. Now, one more important point. One more important point. Are you able to follow me, guys? I'm getting some disturbance, guys. Please, please. Can you please keep the mic? If you have any questions, please stop and ask me. So, introduction Python. As I mentioned, Python is not the snake. Python is a programming language. Python is inspired from Montessori Python TV serial. From there is inspired the name and kept name after as a Python. So don't say it is a snake. You might have heard about a company called e-commerce company Amazon. Have you ever heard about Amazon company?
Yes, sir.
Amazon is not only company name, it is one of the biggest forest. Have you ever heard about Amazon forest? Where is it in? Amazon. So in USA, USA and Canada border. Okay. You might have heard about Manhattan. You might have heard about most of the building in the USA. One company is also there, Manhattan. In Manhattan, my friend working as this CFO for that company, my classmate. So Manhattan is a river name. Manhattan is a river name. It is also in USA. Apple. Everyone know about the Apple, right? Apple
Yes.
is a what is Apple? It is a company name. How is it inspired? It is a fruit, right? So somewhere some company names we inspired. We inspired. Now KSR, we are developing a product. The product name is X. It is a based product we are developing. KSR team. Now I'm also part of that. We are developing a product. Our company is developing, KSR company is developing a product which is going to be launched next month, March end. So the product name is X. X. Do you know what you mean by X? X is it is a Sanskrit word which is inspired, which is a question bank, which is a question bank who always asks the questions, right? So in the world, most of the products, most of the beta Java, beta C language, everything, somewhere other way around, they've inspired. Now Python also inspired from a TV serial Monty Python. Now no more it is a snake. Okay. As I mentioned, it is a general purpose and high level programming language. If someone asks you what is Python, simple to say Python is a general purpose and high level language. General purpose. What do you mean by general purpose? Generally, what will you do? If I ask you, let's say, if I ask you about, let me ask you about
It can use.
Ravi, Madhu, what will you do generally? Generally, forget about the programming. We'll discuss layman. You can easily understand. Generally, what you do? Generally, what you do? Generally, what you do? Generally, day in a day.
Common purpose, sir.
What is common purpose? Don't tell your personal. I'm not asking your personal. You'll wake up, have a bed coffee, go to walking, watching YouTube, go to school, I mean offices, and coming in the evening, roam chatting with the friends, right? Everything you do commonly. In all the common, what is the common? In all these things, from morning to evening, one thing is common with everyone. What is that? One thing is common. What is that in a day?
Watching phones.
Exactly. Watching mobile is the common. Here, general purpose means everywhere we can use the data science here. If you want to develop one app, we can use Python. If you want to analyze the data, we can use the Python. Suppose if I want to create a calculator, we can use the Python. If I want to create a bank application, you might have logged in the HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, we can use that. If I want to develop a machine learning application, AI-based application, they have used the Python. You might have know about the Chat GPT. Okay, we have used the Python. Everywhere we can use the Python. General purpose means everywhere in the IT we can use Python. Sir, why we need Python? Why can't we use Java? The reason behind code complexity is very easy. Code complexity is tough. Code complexity very high in Java, whereas code complexity is very low in Python language. And Python looks like as a English language. Even 5-year kid who can read and write the English language, they can able to understand Python. Syntax exactly look like as a English language. There is no difficulties. So in app development, testing purpose, and in data science, machine learning, in big data. Suppose if you want to become a data scientist, you are working in a cloud. You are a data scientist, you are working in a cloud. What do you mean cloud? Cloud is a infrastructure where you can store your data. So you want to analyze the data. First tool we are going to use Python. And in the suppose if you write a 10 lines of code in Java, same thing can be done in 2 lines with Python. Same thing can be done in 2 lines in Python. We used to everywhere. Let me give one example, guys. Let me give one example to all of you. One example. I started my journey I did my BTech 2010 from JN to Hyderabad campus, Hyderabad, Kokatpalli, computer science. 2012, I did my MBA in Operation Research Statistics, IIFT, Indian Institute of Foreign Trade, one of the top B school in Delhi. Okay. In my college days, in 2012, as I studied, pursued statistics, machine learning, and all, we don't have a Python. We don't have Python, guys. In 2012, we don't have Python. We have a language called SAS. SAS full form is Statistical
Analytical
Anal
system.
Analytical System. Even I am certified based on advanced SAS, guys, system. So in the SAS, we can able to data performing, data cleaning, and everything we do. But guys, one thing is it is not free of cost. One thing it is not free of cost. It costs you around per desktop, it costs you around 10 lakhs. License is 10 lakhs. 10 lakhs, guys, per desktop. Still, premium companies, premium banks, security purpose they are using. However, they are also not encouraging. No more SAS, right? Almost. So after who can spend 10 lakhs? Who can spend 10 lakhs? Now people are migrated to R language. R is also free open source. I started teaching in 2015. I started teaching statistics in 2015 with R language only. Still in our website, you can watch the R. But R you can able to work with small amount of data only. But however, if you want to connect with the website data, or if you want to connect with the Spark or big data platforms, okay, it will be okay. So it will be difficult, and always we are facing issues of connection issues because it is open source. They're not able to manage. So in 2016, 16 end or 17, starting of 17, for a data science or analysis purpose, they've introduced Python. Imagine I have a one website data, let's say Flipkart data, right? You can able to clean the data in 2 minutes. In 2 minutes with the help of Python. If you want to analyze the data with the help of some libraries, immediately you can able to analyze the data. The execution speed and robustness means reusability very high in Python as compared to Java language. In Java, suppose I want to calculate average. Everyone know about the average. What is average? What is average? What is average? You can tell, I can tell the average age of this classroom is 22. How do I know? Sum of age of all the students divided by total count of the students. In this classroom, we have 51 students, 51 individual ages, sum of 51 individual ages divided by average. Suppose if I want to write the code in Python, I can able to write in one line. Same thing I want to write in Java, it may take 5 lines of code. So now which one is better? Python is better. So for a data perspective, Python is much easier as compared to any other language. For a development perspective, web application or from some app development, Java is more easy or maybe difficult also. Python is easy, however, I know that. But from developers, full stack developers, they can use Java. But for analysis perspective, we always use the Python. So that is the reason everywhere, that is the point which you have mentioned, everywhere, general everywhere, be it a cloud, software developments, big data, machine learning, data science, data analysis, everywhere we can use the Python. Agree with me? Okay. Guys, one thing. one thing. Now, let me ask you one question, all of you. What is the maximum age of this group? What is the maximum age? Anyone above 35? Anyone is above 35? Anyone above 30?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay. Guys, when Google was introduced, when Google was introduced, 2004? Am I right? Am I right? 2004? So if Google was not there, suppose you are a programmer, if you got any, if you stuck somewhere, how do you solve it? How do you solve it? Have you ever got doubt? Have you ever got doubt? Now everything, suppose I got some doubt, we can check in Google now, right? What if Google was not there before 2004? Google was not there. How do you check it? How do you solve?
We need books or some senior who have already been there.
We
Done
need
that.
books. Very good. We need
Or
some.
some senior person in
Ah,
our
yeah,
team.
yeah. Someone need to assist some senior person. Some senior need to assist you. Imagine
Yes.
there is SAS language which is introduced 1970. So 1971, 70, no one knows about SAS, right? Or maybe 1918 Python was introduced. In early 95, 96, no one knows about Python, right? If I got doubt, where I need to go? Where I need to go? There should be a place where we can visit and solve our solution problems, right?
Yes.
So
They also build the community for that.
exactly. Let me check. Let me check. So in order to solve the problem, there should be a community. There should be a community. For example, let's say you have done a mistake. Let's say you like cars, you like high-end cars, RD, BMW, and all. So you are doing, you are going, you are traveling with the speed of 200 speed per kilometer. Sorry, per hour, 200 kilometer per hour. So unfortunately, hit one person. He got expired. He is dead. He's no more. Now what will you do? Are you going to jail? Are you going to jail? Guys, come on. Are you going to jail?
No.
As per rules, you have to go jail. But while before going to jail, what will you do? Huh? Compromise. There is a word called compromise. Are you going to directly deal with the victim with the victim family, or else someone with respect to on behalf of you, someone will do negotiation with the victim family?
Negotiation with the victim
Who
family.
will do the negotiation?
So
Maybe your
anyone
father,
who-
maybe your
Yes, sir.
father, your mother, or your father, maybe your maybe some
Elder person.
relatives, some
Yeah.
relatives, and some aged person. So how does they know you have hit someone? You have to tell, right?
Yes.
You have to tell. That means your tell means you must have some community where, or you must have some relations. Your father must have relation in the community or in the society. Then he can go and negotiate with the victim family. Matter gets settled. Similarly, in the Python language also, whenever you get a issue before internet evolution, you go and check this solve the problem. Someone should be there to help you. The someone is there to help you is community. Python is having well documented and also having strong user community. Whenever you have a strong user community, so they are ready to help you whenever you struck in the issues. Whenever stuck in the issues. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Any questions? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So, and as well as it is a human readable language and easy to understand. If you're able to understand the code, then only you can able to write, right? If you're able to understand, if you're able to read, then only you can able to write. If you're not able to understand, will you able to write the code? Will you able to read the code? Definitely no. Python is a language users like us, we can able to read, we can easily write, we can able to understand. And also along with that, it is also having well documentation and also having strong comparability and strong user community. Whenever you got a problem, let's say you've done something wrong in the code, you've done something wrong. It is easy to debug. I mean, easy to debug. Debug means it will Python. It tells where is the error, which line it is the error, whether the error is in third line, whether the error is in fourth line, whether the error is in fifth line. It will easily tells or it identifies us. And and there are a lot of packages, built-in packages help us to smoothing our code. I mean, there is no need to write much code. The inbuilt packages will give us functions to help the code. So for example, so let me ask you one question. So you might have heard about factorial. Factorial. What is
Yes, sir.
factorial? What is 0 factorial? 1.
1.
1 factorial is 1. 2 factorial is nothing but 2 into 1.
2 into 1.
3 factorial is nothing but 3
3 into
into 2 into 1. 3 into 2 into 1. Back side
Yeah,
till go 1. 4 factorial means 4 into 3 into 2
3
into 1. For example, 10 factorial means 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into
4 into 2, 3 into 2 into
2 into 1. Some value. I don't know the value. Suppose if I want to calculate the factorial code, if I want to write the factorial code, it may take 3 to 5 lines of code in Python. As a user, if you want to write the same code in Java, more than 10 lines. But guys, no need to write 3 to 5 lines of code also. We have built-in function. We have a built-in function in the library. There is a library called mathematical library. I will explain that what is a library under under the math library. There is a function called factorial. Just to pass factorial of 2, it will give the value. If you pass factorial of 5, it will give some value. If you write factorial of 7, it will give some value. If you write factorial of 10, it will give some value. If you write factorial of 20, it will give some value. So that you can easily understand, you can easily write the code. So there is no worry about the code. Understood? There is no worry about the code. You can easily. Okay. So syntaxes are very easy. You can, as if you know English, then you can easily understand the syntax. Guys, trust me, if you want to learn any programming language, 3 fundamental points are required. Suppose, how did you learn English? How did you learn English? Anyone?
Alphabets.
How did you learn English?
Start with alphabets.
You're starting with the alphabets, then words, then
Words. Sentences.
sentences, then you read the paragraphs.
Paragraphs.
If you're able to read the paragraphs, then you can easily read the English. Am I right? Similarly, if you want to learn any programming language, not only Python, be it a Java, be it a .NET, be it a Scala, be it a Spark, XYZ, any programming language, first of all, you know the basic rules of the language. Basic rules of the language, like alphabets. If you know the basic rules, then you need to know the basic syntax. If you know the syntax and rules, then you can easily write the programming language. Suppose, how do you learn English? You can read the English language. Suppose if you want to learn Hindi, how do you learn now? Let's say now you are age of 30. If you want to learn Hindi, how do you learn? Generally, how do people learn Hindi? Any language, be it a Hindi, English, Tamil, Malayalam, Telugu, whatever. How do you learn Hindi? Generally,
Start
first,
learning from the words like letters.
generally, don't take me wrong. If you want to learn Hindi and all, let me tell you about my story only. In 2010, I know very, very basic. I don't know Hindi also at all. I cannot able to understand. I cannot able to read. And I've been to my IIFT college school. People are start speaking Hindi. अरे क्या कहाँ से हो? कहाँ से means where are you? What? क्या? What? I don't know. So my friend suggested me, if you want any language, Hindi or anything, first you need to learn abusive words so that you can understand whether they're scolding you or whether they're speaking normally. If you're able to understand, then try to understand basic. Kya means what? Kaha, where? Like so that you can able to understand. So then you can easily speak. Similarly, programming language also, first you need to learn rules. If you know the rules, like a cricket language, if you know rules, so 3 wickets should be there. You should not cross the crease, and you need to walk, you need to run within the 24 hours. If you know the rules of cricket, you can easily play, right? If you don't know the cricket, you cannot play. Similarly, if you want to learn a programming language also, first and foremost thing, you need to know the rules. If you know the rules, then you can easily learn the syntax. If you know the syntax, then you can easily write the programming language. Okay, understand? So recommended and as well as recommended as a first language. If anyone who are new to coding, Python is the first recommended language. But why? Let's understand. Wait for 5 minutes. We can easily get. Any questions? Any doubt? Why Python?
Yeah.
Why Python? Okay. Why Python? Why Python? Hemant, are you able to follow me?
Because it's a human readable language.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's say in the right side, we have a one image. Can everyone able to see image? In the image, what do you understand, guys? Program to display hello world in 2 languages. What are the 2 languages? Java and
Java and Python.
Python. In the of course, sir, I don't know what you are written. I don't know. That's fine. No worry. In Java to print hello world, how many lines of code you have written? 3 lines with the parenthesis and all. We have written the 4 lines, almost 4 lines. Whereas in Python, we have printed same thing in 1 line. Print hello world, automatically prints. So in terms of code perspective, by looking at this example, we have written only 1 line of code to print just hello world, whereas in Python it printed the 3 lines of code. So now in terms of coding perspective, by looking at this example, which one is easy?
Python is
Python is
easy
easy.
compared to Java.
Python. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, one more statement. Python language looks like a English language. Am I right? So print of hello world. So what does print means? Generally, what is the meaning of print as English language? Printing something. Printing means displaying something. What we're displaying? Hello world. So if you know the English here, will you able to understand the syntax? Even kid can able to understand the syntax. So can you agree it is easy to learn? I mean, easy to read and write as per the statement. Similarly, if you look into Java language, they mentioned class. Hello world. Sir, what do you mean by class? I don't know. Public, static, void, main, string, args, blah, blah, blah. Even I don't know. What is that? Then as a layman like me, who came from a non-IT background, will I able to understand Java? Definitely no, I cannot able to understand. But in the below there is a language called Python, guys. It exactly look like as English language. We are able to understand. We are able to understand. So in terms of number of lines or in terms of reading and writing, it is Python is easy language to learn as compared to any other language. Do you agree with me, everyone? Yes or right? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yes or no? Bhargavi, do you agree with me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rafi, do you agree with me? Sachin, do you agree with me? Yes. Guys, sir, you told me SAS is you need to spend 10 lakhs. Sir, I don't have a job. My father is farmer. He earning per month is 30,000. Where can I spend 10 lakhs? Boss, no need to spend. It is open source. You can download, free to download, and you can download from internet free of cost. No need to pay single penny. I will explain how to download, how to install. Tomorrow session will explain that. Don't worry about it. And guys, it has a large user community. Whenever you got struck, whenever you got struck, you can easily post in the community. They can answer immediately within fraction of minutes. Within fraction of minutes, they can able to answer. Okay. Okay. It is object oriented and procedure language. Procedure language means procedure means it is execute step by step, line by line. It will execute first line, then it will go to the second line, it will go to the third line, it will go to the fourth line. Okay. Now, any questions, guys? Any doubt? Okay, any questions and any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Now, okay, one thing. Next one is object oriented. That means, for example, let me object oriented means referring. What do you mean by referring? For example, let me ask you one question. Let me tell you one question. So referring means, so what is our company name? KSR.
KSR database.
KSR database. Do I need to inform every day to all of you? Hi guys, my company name is KSR Data Vision. Today, tomorrow I'll come. Hi guys, I'm coming from KSR Data Vision. Day after tomorrow I can come. Do I need to say KSR Data Vision, KSR Data Vision? Or do I need to tell only once? Only once.
Only once will be no.
Only once. Suppose if something you want to use repetitively, if you want something you want to use repetitively, we can use with the help of object oriented. For example, where is your class happening? Online. Class happening. How the class is happening? Through app. Which app it is? KSR Data Vision app. So do I need to tell guys, in order to join the class, you need to log into the app? Do I need to tell every day or do I need to inform with only once? Only once. So if I inform you only on the first day of the class, automatically you are referring the same thing every day. As you know that every day we have class at 6:30. By 6:30 by default you log into the class. Yes or no? Automatic link will be there. You can join the class. I will teach you the class. That means it is a repetitive task. So in order to perform the repetitive task, if you want to reusability, we can use object oriented programming language. How to use the object oriented programming language, we will discuss end of the course. Okay, it is a bit difficult. Only concept in entire Python is somewhat crucial topics, object oriented, how to use and all. I will discuss in the end. Okay, don't worry about that. But it comes extensive libraries and package to reduce the code complex. Remember, we discussed one of the example called factorial. If you want to manually write the code factorial, you need to write 3 to 5 lines of code, because if 0 factorial, if you pass the value 0, it should be 1. Pass the 1. If you pass the 1, it should be some value 2 into 1. If pass the value 3 into 1, system also need to calculate, right? So at least you need to write 3 to 5 lines of code. But sir, why should I write 3 to 5 lines of code? We can use existing library, or we can use packages. We can use packages. Am I right? Do you agree with me? Yes. Do you agree with me? Yes. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Dynamic type programming language. What do you mean by dynamic programming language? Dynamic programming language. For example, what is the age of Neeraj? What is the age of Neeraj? What is the age of Neeraj? What is your age?
32.
32. Whether is it a number or a character? Character means number or a value or a character?
Number.
Number. 32 is a number. 32 is a number. Does Python know 32 is a number? Let's say name Neeraj. Neeraj.
Yeah.
Starting with the NWRAG. RAG. It is a string, right? It is a some alphabets, right? How does Python know? Python, let's say Let's say 1 second. Let's say name is equal to Neeraj. Name is Neeraj. Neeraj. Age is 32. So now 32 is a number. Neeraj is a alphabets. Agree? Alphabets, right? Right? Alphabets. Now,
Yes.
now how does Python know it is alphabet? How does Python know it is a number? In other languages, user need to specify age is a number value, number. Name is a alphabet. We need explicitly need to specify in other languages. In Python, no need to specify. Automatically, by looking at the information, Python can able to understand whether it is an alphabet or whether it is a number. Do you agree with me? That is called as the dynamic typed memory language. That is called as the dynamic typed memory language. Agree? And the dynamic memory management, automatically it cleans the unnecessary or unwanted information. It automatically refresh the data every second with unwanted uninformed. For example, you create some information, something you are not using for more than 1 hour. Automatically it unactivates or inactivate. Automatically it inactivate. It won't work. So you need to reactivate the same. That is called as the dynamic memory. So memory management also will be very efficient as compared to any other language. As compared to any other language, memory management is more efficient. And as well as cross platform. Guys, what are the different laptops do you use? Some people use Mac, some people use Windows, some people use Linux or Unix. Am I right? Python language can support in any language. Any language. We can able to use Windows, we can able to use Linux, you can able to use Unix, you can
Mac.
able to use Mac also. And one more important point, for example, you written a code in Windows language. You written a code in Windows language. The same code can be executed in Mac. The same code can be executed in Unix. The same code can be executed in Linux. No need to change the code also. No need to change the code. If you write some code in Windows Max, the same code you can execute in Windows. That is the meaning of cross platform. That means cross platform means if you write the code in one platform, platform means Windows platform, Linux platform, Unix platform, Mac platform. The same, if you write in the programming language in one platform, the same code can be used in multiple platform without changing a single line also, without changing a single line. Understood? Interpreted language means easily interpret. That means easily can understand the language, easily understand the syntax. We can easily identify the errors in the programming language, because Python is looks like as a English language. In all the fields of IT sector, it is mandatory. It is mandatory. Nowadays, guys, some of our students learn Power BI. Now they're asking, do you know Python? Do you know Python? Do you know the interesting fact? With the help of Python, we can we can change the dashboards in Power BI also. For example, I can write the Python code, automatically dashboard value changes in Power BI. I can write the code in Python. With the help of Python code, we can able to create the dashboards in Power BI. I will show you how to write that also in the end. Okay, I will show you. So automatically we can integrate not only Python, not only Power BI, we can integrate the Tableau also. Imagine my data is in SQL Server. I can load the SQL Server to Python. Directly I can store back into my data in SQL whenever I want to perform the analysis. It is easy to connectivity. I mean, in terms of connectivity, it is easy to connect with any APIs. API means SQL language or Power BI, be it a website or be it a PDF. documents, easy to connect, or be it a, as I mentioned, Power BI, Tableau, right? Python, PySpark, everywhere it is easy to connect. It is a mandatory need to know language Python. Okay, do you understand? Okay, now what are the different versions of Python and all we will discuss in tomorrow session. Okay, and any questions guys, any doubt as of now? Thank you guys, see you all in tomorrow morning. Any questions, kindly let me know.